Hi viewers, in the last chapter we learned about anti-colonial movements and decolonization process in Asia, anti-colonial movements in Africa. And today in this chapter we are going to learn about political developments in South America, Mayas and Aztecs, European colonization and its impact of Napoleonic invasion of Spain and Portugal, the Monroe Doctrine, disunity among Latin American nationalists, US imperial interests, emergence of middle class and working class, Great Depression in South America. Mayas and Aztecs. Before the European discovery of America, three centers of civilization existed there in Mexico, in Central America, and in Peru in South America. The Maya, the Inca, and the Aztec civilizations were highly advanced. Mayapan was destroyed towards the close of 12th century. Aztecs from Mexico conquered the Maya country. For nearly 200 years, the Aztecs ruled their empire. The Aztecs were a military nation. European colonization and its impact. When the Aztecs were at the height of their power, the whole empire collapsed before a handful of adventurers led by a Spaniard named Herman Cortes. Mexican civilization collapsed. The other famous conqueror was also a Spaniard by name Francisco Pizarro, who led the conquest of the Incan Empire. Later, the Spaniards made Peru a part of their dominions. In Latin America, there were bloody conflicts between Haitian slaves, colonists, the armies of the British, and the French colonizers. The Haitian people's independence from the colonial control of France. Haiti thus became the first Caribbean country to throw off slavery and French colonial control. Impact of Napoleonic invasion of Spain and Portugal. The American and French revolutions provided inspiration to the Latin Americans. The Napoleonic invasion of Spain and Portugal in 1808 quickened the process of liberation struggle in South America. Already the spirit of independence was growing under the leadership of Simon Bolivar, called El Liberator, the Liberator. In the case of Brazil, the Portuguese royal family, in the context of conquest of Portugal by Napoleon, fled from Lisbon and thereby assisted the transition of Brazil from colony to independent nation. Pedro I, renouncing the claim to the Portuguese throne, declared independence of Brazil. The Monroe Doctrine. When Napoleon fell in 1815, some of the European kings wanted to help the King of Spain to crush the revolutionaries in the South American colonies. But Monroe, the President of the USA, came up with his famous Monroe Doctrine, which declared that if Europeans interfered anywhere in America, north or south, it would amount to waging a war against the United States. The threat frightened the European powers. By 1830, the whole of South America was free from European domination. Thus, the US protected the South America, but there was no one to protect them from the protector, the United States. Thus, the protector became the exploiter. Disunity among Latin American nationalists. Latin American nationalists fought not only Spain and Portugal, but also each other. Central America itself split into five republics: Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Uruguay split from Brazil in 1828. In 1830, Venezuela and Ecuador seceded from Gran Colombia, the republic created by Bolivar. US imperial interests. The United States had occupied Cuba after the defeating the Spanish in 1898. From 1898 to 1902, Cuba was under US military rule. The US also retained its right to intervene in Cuban internal affairs. President Theodore Roosevelt's attitude to Latin American countries was summed up in the words, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." Roosevelt made an important amendment to the doctrine in 1904. It authorized US intervention in Latin America in order to maintain order. After effecting this amendment, the US became the dominant influence not only politically but also in economics. Emergence of middle class and working class. The independence movement facilitated transfer of political authority. With political stability and economic opportunity, the country received a large number of migrants from southern Europe. Economic growth, urbanization, and industrial growth in countries like Argentina, Chile, Brazil, and Mexico helped consolidate the hold of the middle class and the emergence of militant working class organizations. At the same time, American power and wealth came to dominate Central and South America. Dollar imperialism, the term used to describe the policy of the USA in maintaining and dominating over distant lands through economic aid. Great Depression in South America. The situation created by the Great Depression made it impossible for oligarchic regimes to accommodate the rising expectations of several assertive groups. Latin America protested American intervention and disliked their dollar imperialism. The opposition to political intervention produced a change in US policy after 1933. Franklin Roosevelt, in his Good Neighbor policy, agreed that the US would not intervene in the internal affairs of any state and would give economic and technical assistance to Latin America. Recap. Intensification of anti-colonial struggles commenced from the end of the First World War. Rise of fascism, especially in Italy and Germany. The economic slump originating in the US in 1929, affecting all capitalist countries in the world. Anti-colonial struggles gained strength in French Indochina. Decolonization process was quickened during the interwar period in India. The Monroe Doctrine prevented colonizations of Latin American countries by European powers. Later, this was regarded by Latin Americans as a cover of American interventions and exploitations of the resources of their countries.